Hi everyone, my name is Allison Ross, and today I'm going to be explaining how to integrate a math lesson into a personal and consumer health lesson for kindergartners. So for this lesson, I decided to work with healthy habits for these students because that is such an important topic. So to begin, I chose the standards HEK.6, which is students will demonstrate the ability to use goal setting skills to enhance health. And I also chose HEK.7, which is students will demonstrate the ability to practice health, enhancing behaviors and avoid or reduce health risk. And then for my math standard, I chose MGSEK.MD.3, which is classify objects into given categories. And then for the overall National Health Education Standards, I chose 1.2.1, which is identify that healthy behaviors impact personal health. And I also chose 2.2.1, which is identify how family influences personal health practices and behaviors. So for this lesson, the materials that you will need are paper, pencils, markers, stickers, and also there's a PowerPoint game that you can create. You can just type in Jeopardy games and create your own on any website that you would like to use, which is what we will be doing for our introductory activity to make sure the students are able to begin thinking about what healthy habits are appropriate and what healthy habits will be beneficial to them. So to begin the introductory activity, I chose to make a game for these students so that it could be a fun and exciting way to learn about healthy habits for them. So I looked up some different ways to make Jeopardy games. So I chose the playfactile.com, and on this website you can create your own 100 slots, 200 slots with any type of question that you want. So to begin, you play now, and they will take you to how many teams you can choose. So for this group, for this game, we're going to choose 2, and you can just say no to this part, and you choose 2 team captains. So we're going to choose the leopards and the wolves. And we're going to start the game. So to begin, we would ask whichever team, so team 1, which slot would you like to choose? So they chose 300. And the question is, what should you do if you make a mess? And so this is dealing for at home. And as you can see, there's a timer over here. And if the students can't get it, you can skip/see the answer. But for whatever team answers the question, you click the the check mark, and this is the answer that should be the correct answer. So clean it up. So you continue, and as you can see down here, it keeps track of how much each team has, and so that's kind of an easier way to keep track of that. So for the next question, for this team, they would choose 500 for school. And it says, what should you do with any electronics that you bring to school? Which is such a big problem nowadays for classrooms and for teachers, because younger kids are getting cell phones and tablets and things like that. So what you do is you do the same thing as you did the last time, which you would click the check mark if the students got it right, and he's put them away in your backpack. Which this answer right here can be different for any type of teacher. So for me, I would make sure that they would put them away in their backpack. And so the objectives for this lesson part right here, it is students will be able to answer simple questions in the Jeopardy game. As you can see, I've created many different types of questions. So what should you do if after you use the bathroom, which is such a big problem now, is wash your hands. So that is the introductory activity. So for the lesson focus activity, to begin that, you would have these students discuss what some of the healthy habits that would benefit them at home and at school. They just discuss in their table mates or with partners. So you can determine that later on. But it's important for them to discuss this because one of their peers may know a healthy habit that they don't know. So maybe a student doesn't always wash their hands, but another student does, and he says, hey, like, I'll always wash my hands after I use the bathroom or before I eat. And that other student's like, oh, I thought you were only supposed to wash them after you went to the bathroom. And so it's just important to get that conversation going about healthy habits with these students because they don't realize that something is needed. So to begin this part of the lesson, the students will be creating a chart, and I will show you that right now. To begin the focus activity for this lesson, you would have 2 different pieces of paper for each student. So you would have at school healthy habits for one student and at home healthy habits for the same student. So to begin this, the students have a list of healthy habits on hand to categorize which one goes with which. So washing hands would be a perfect one for both. So wash hands, and another for wash hands. And so that is one healthy habit that students are needing to practice at home and at school. Another healthy habit for the students to practice at home would be wash or brush your teeth. So you'd put that right there, brush your teeth. And once each one of these charts is filled up, you would go down like this and put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and finally Sunday. And so each day a student completes each one of their healthy habits, they would either get a check mark from their parents for the at home or maybe even a sticker. So you could just take give them some of the stickers, like give each parent a sticker to put on the chart for the student. And then for the at home, at the at school, you can just put a check or even a sticker for yourself. So the final product would look like this. And so each day when they complete brush teeth, check mark. Wash your hands, cleaning up your mess, and throw away any trash. And then a parent can decide on one of the other categories. So if the student is really messy at home, they can decide on what they want to do with that. So, and that is the lesson focus activity. And so for the objectives of this, the students will be able to create a chart at home and a chart for at school of healthy habits that the student needs to complete every day. And so that is the lesson activity focus. So how I will assess the students' work will be by a rubric that I have created for these students. So the rubric will be 3 different levels. So level 1 being not meeting the standard at all, level 2 meeting the standard, and then level 3 exceeding the standard. So for level 3, I have written underneath each, for that column, students will fill the entire chart up for the whole week for each healthy habit. And then level 2 will be students fill 50% of that chart up for the healthy habits checked off. And then for level 1, 25% of the chart has been filled with a check mark or sticker for those healthy habits for that week. So, and also using the checklist that the students have created for themselves also has benefits towards them. So they are able to see their classmates in their classroom for the at school charts if they've done more for them. So it's kind of like a healthy competition for them. And then at home, they can do this with their siblings or even with their parents to have a little healthy competition there. So, and that is the assessment that you can use for these students. You can also use different rubrics that you can create for yourself or different checklists for yourself. So, and that is the lesson. Thank you.